DC, the Waxed here, and in this video, I got a thrift store and an estate sale vinyl haul. So I wanted to show you everything I picked up, and let's get started. So, unusual find for me. I went to a small thrift store. It was like a woman's shelter thrift store, and I found some 4-track tapes. So, vocal jazz, Julie London. I've shown some of her albums before, and there you go, is the inside of the tape. I'm not covering up anything there. It's kind of interesting. There's Billy Vaughn, some kind of swing jazz stuff. And this is interesting. I guess whoever owned it made a lot of notes about the tape. See if catches the writing on there. It's kind of interesting that the notes people used to take, but this one is good because other than the notes, it has a little pamphlet. Ooh, some stars in there. I don't know who they are. I guess going over the labels, because a lot of these seem to be Dot and Liberty. I guess they were part of the same company. So the last two, or three, I have them in my lap here. We got the Johnny Man Singers. They're covering, I think they're covering Beatles music here. Why not think? They are. They're the songs. And I guess when they came out, these were like $8. So that seems kind of pricey for back in the day, you know? And Best of Liberty on here. Henry Mancini, Johnny Man Singers, Julie London's on here. Let's open this up so you can see the tape inside. Liberty right there. It's kind of cool. And the last one is Martin Denny, Latin Village. You know, kind of tiki music guy. There you go. So you get to see inside all this stuff. Make sure I put this back so I don't destroy it. With the notes for everyone. And now let's get into, I'll randomly pick out, I'll tell you if I got it at the thrift store or I got it at the estate sale. So this is a thrift store find, CTI. It's a concert that took place at the Hollywood Palladium, I think 71. And Creed Taylor wanted to take jazz out of the clubs and bring it into, you know, the Palladium's not an arena, but larger places for people to see it. So interesting there. And who's on this, you say? Well, shows the back. And here's who played this all-star concert. George Benson, and I understand George Benson kind of orchestrated or arranged everything for the show. Has a nice gatefold in there. Catch it? Okay. Next one. What is this? Oh, yes. This is Fun Boy 3. I think I picked this up at the estate sale. Interesting. On chrysalis. Upside down. There you go. Fun Boy 3 is good. What do we got next? Randomly picking up a thrift store find is this mint copy. It's a reissue of Charlie Bird, Brazilian Bird. Charlie Bird, kind of a, not kind of, he's a jazz guitarist. But this reissue, it looks like it was never played. It's on the Columbia 360 there. So, but nice pickup for $2. Then I found a thrift store, Little Feat. It loves a hero. Let's pull this out because it's nice when they come in those old Warner Brothers plastic sleeves. It's got the palm tree logo there. Am I holding it upside down? No. Sometimes they match each side and sometimes they don't. Crazy, huh? Random pull from this pile down here. This is a record store pickup. I did make some record store pickups when I was around thrifting. Found another two for, these are these Impulse, ABC Impulse dedication series. And this one features Pee Wee Russell. Don't know a lot about Pee Wee Russell, but this has 2 albums on here, and one is, they don't label which one, but you can see the 2 sets that he played on this. Twofer. Always nice to get those twofers. Thrift Store. Aretha. Nice Aretha. Looking pretty on the cover. This is Sweet Passion. This is a 70s album. I like it when you get the old Atlantic inner, and there it is on that red and green. So, any Aretha fans out there, you know, as I show these, if you know something about the albums that I don't, please leave in the comments and tell me. This is an album I actually been looking for. This was from a record store pickup. This Two of a Mind. Great team up between Paul Desmond and Jerry Mulligan. I believe there's a Pure Pleasure Speaker's Corner version of this, but this, I mean, it has some noise to it, but it sounds great, and it's on that, already re-sleeved it, but it is on that old, there you go, not old, but the 60s, late 50s, RCA, their label, nice. But this is a great album, nice, kind of smooth jazz if you're a fan of, you know, Dave Brubeck. All right, let's pull out another thing here. Let's see what we got. Oh, Thrift Store pickup, a promo copy of the Bird soundtrack. And in pretty minty shape. I'll say one thing about this. It came out on the 360. There you go. And I listened to it. So, you know, for this album, or for the soundtrack for Bird, Clint Eastwood had them mix Bird out of his original songs, and they brought in a new backing band. And it generally sounds good, but then there are songs on this soundtrack where they kind of pad it with audience applause and noise, and it kind of, the audience noise should kind of be lower. They kind of almost match each other. It's kind of annoying. So, although a good movie, but a half good soundtrack when they're not the live songs. Found another soundtrack for a Robert Altman movie at the Thrift Store, and this is sealed with a nice, I guess, promo hole in it, and it's A Perfect Couple. I've never seen the movie, but it does star the dad from 16 Candles, Paul Dooley. And who's the female? Yeah, I never heard of her. Marta Heflin. But it's Robert Altman movie. Like, it wasn't a big movie, so sealed. Thrift Store, a Saturday Night Live soundtrack with a little cutout at the top there. They put a bunch of the skits from the original Not Ready for Primetime Players onto an album. And this looks not played, and it's got the cool old price sticker. I wish albums cost that much now. How many of you said that? Well, we'll see. All right, I'm pulling this one out. I picked this up actually today. This is Paris with Love, and it is I guess, sounds of Paris, Parisian kind of hipster sounding, although this came out in 63, and this is an OG. And I don't know much about this. You see, there's the Goodwill sticker. Audio Fidelity, this company, Audio Fidelity, seems like an odd name for a record company back in the early 60s, but still got everything original. And again, this label kind of looks modern, doesn't it? But this is pretty mint shape. It's not a reissue, I believe that. Unless I look at the bottom of this. I don't think it's a reissue. But, yeah, I don't think it is. But I'll have to check the dead box. But I could say that another 3 times, and you would get what I'm saying. All right. This is an estate sale record. If you don't know estate sales, as they bring in these companies to kind of liquidate the house after the person who passed away lived there. So you find some good collections. Sometimes the records are nice shape. Sometimes they're trashed. This is in nice shape. And this is a nice kind of 70s comp, 77 of Sarah Vaughan live. I don't know if it's a comp. It's, you know, I guess it's taken from a bunch of different shows she did. 63, 60, and 58. Yeah, 57. So it's a comp. Thank you for letting me figure that out on camera. All right. OG of the Modern Jazz Quartet, Fontessa. So, great album. This is OG. You can even see the inner is falling apart. I played it. It is noisy, but some good music if you like the kind of a classical approach to jazz. You know, they kind of did that very well. So, speaking of jazz from the estate sale, it's Stan Getz and The Best of Two Worlds featuring Yaro Garbarto, where they did the Getz Garbarto, you know, Girl from Ipanema. And this is 76, so it's probably like 13 years later, maybe less, from when they did that. And it's good. It sounds good. Little slightly more modern, but it's the same kind of stuff. All right. I'll leave. I have one score, thrift store score, that will just be the good climatic event of this video. But let's go more. This is a thrift store pickup, still partly in the shrink. A McCoy Tyner Inner Voices. I listened to some of it. There's a lot of a choir and vocals added to the album. This is in very minty, nice shape, and it's on Milestone. And I have a few of his. I just got the Sahara Final Me Please reissue. So good. I look forward to listening to that more. Thrift store pickup record here. It's the Gleaming Spires. This is some early 80s kind of alternative poppy kind of stuff. What's interesting about this is I didn't know who they were, but one of their songs, forgive me if Are You Ready for the Sex Girls, is from the movie Revenge of the Nerds. Awesome movie. Love that movie. So, and another interesting thing is the quotes on here are from Sparks. The Mall Brothers are on here doing the quotes to, you know, impress upon you to get the record. And there's the label, and this is in minty, nice shape. So you didn't think you knew them, but you knew them. Are you ready for Sex Girls? All right, not thrift store, estate sale. W.C. Handy, Father of the Blues. Do not know this record. Do not know him. There's a whole punch out there. There he is. So I haven't listened to this yet, but it's a musical autobiography. So it's him singing about himself, I guess. But I'm interested in listening to this. Old-timey blues. Can't get enough of it. All right. I told you I have this one record that's the score of all this. But I picked these up today, some 3 old school classical albums. The Art of Caruso, Volume 1. And look at that cool RCA logo there. I have not seen that. And I cannot venture to tell you how old this is, so I won't venture. Here's another old classical record. It's Munich, Boston Symphony. Munch. I get it. I'm trying to be silly. Beethoven's Overtures, RCA. And, you know, whoever owned these got, I know these are old, but it's got those resealable bags in there. And then I think the older of these 3 is this Decca. This is an old sucker. I know this is probably second press. It's a reissue because I looked it up on that old Decca label. So that's interesting. Okay. Final one is this score. This is a thrift store score. And this is Paul's Boutique, Beastie Boys, at the thrift store. I was hoping this was the original OG because that'd be worth some money. And I know there's been some recent reissues that are on 2 albums. But this, I believe, is a 2017, or there's 2 reissues. It's a mid-2000 reissue. I think 2007. And I don't want to get all touch it, but there it is on that Beastie Boy record label. And I had such a hard time putting this in a plastic sleeve, but this is the trifold open. You can give me crap in the comments for not showing it, but hey, I got this at the thrift store and you didn't, so I'm not. It's not like I'm trying to rub your face in it, but I'm just letting you know that I got it and you didn't. So don't be mad. I'm sorry. So great haul from estate sale and thrift stores. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you do, thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And again, like I said, if I didn't say something about some of these albums, didn't know stuff, please leave in the comments and let me know. I enjoy reading those. And until next time, the Waxed Out.